Greetings YouTube, I'm literally in my parents' basement where my old stuff is stored. Gonna show you off some CGC books from the early ages, the early 2000s. But let's take a look from where I was inspired to have these strange books sealed. Let's start with this issue of Wizard magazine from April '99. Cover 2 of 3, yeah. Wizard magazine released alternative covers, and as you can see, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was all the rage at the time. Let's look at this page, top 10 comics from '99. Buffy Vampire Slayer. What if? Yeah, this Spider Girl was also kind of popular back in the days. Joe Caseda's run on Daredevil, really popular. Inhumans. Yeah, imagine that, in Inhumans. This was I actually liked this series. I never got hand of number 1, but it was an okay run. Jenkins made I think a good story of it. Jane Silent Bob, great movies, okay comics. Crimson One, you probably never heard of this one. This was one of the, at least today, rare image titles of one of the imprints from Humberto Ramos. Was kind of okay. Pokemon, yeah, imagine that. '99. Dark Minds, great miniseries, also image. Tomb Raider Witchblade, and this was like combining two of the very hot commodities at the day. Tomb Raider from the PlayStation game, and Witchblade. Not a very good comic, but as you can see, Michael Turner art, and thus making it a worthy object in the sense of the art. And Kiss Psycho Circus. This I didn't read, so I can't comment upon it, but it was on the top 10 list of April '99. Okay, this is just a little glimpse of what I was influenced by. I think Wizard magazine was at the time kind of entertaining. They had kind of a rude humor, didn't care about political correctness, at least. I know they're kind of hated in the sense that they were interpreted as being very shallow and lean towards certain creators, which they gave a lot of space and time. But anyways, I think it was kind of entertaining. Let's start with the comics. As you can see, I have some random statues which I collected at the time, lined up here. This waiter from Attackus, a French company, I really like. I hope to get it displayed one day. And this Hellboy statue is from Bowen Designs. I also was a great fan of the statues and Marvel mini busts from Bowen. This Hellboy statue, great piece from that run from Bowen Designs. Let's start with the sealed books. Daredevil number 1, yeah, this was on the top 10 list. I liked the series. I really loved the Caseda series. And my attitude at the time was, if I liked the book and I liked the cover, why not have it sealed? I loved the idea when CGC was introduced in the 2000s. So let's have it sealed. 9/4, no big deal. Nice cover, cool series. This one I have a slight bigger problem explaining, because Phantom Menace was had just been released. It was, I guess we as old Star Wars fans was kind of blind to many of the silliness in the movie and embraced whatever was tossed our way, and this was one of those items. Wizard half issue. This was foil, making it a great candidate for sealing as far as I was concerned at the time. Okay. Hellblazer, on the other hand, was one of my favorite series. I loved almost every run in Hellblazer, the original series, especially Garth Ennis' run. This one, very fine near mint. I didn't care so much as long as I had it sealed. I liked the aesthetic of the case itself and the idea that it was preserved, making it nice for display purposes. An image title which was popular in a limited amount of time, I should say. Eve Protomecha. This was foil. '98. Okay cover. Decent series. This was a great series. Rising Stars. From Straczynski. I think this was like his best comic run, including his work on Spider-Man, I guess. But this foil cover of #1 was very hot at the time, and unfortunately this one was, the case suffered a blow in shipping. Also the issue itself was chipped. I think the book was damaged when shipped to the USA, and the case was damaged when shipped back to Norway, thus giving it a grade of very fine plus 8.5. Yeah, great series. Yeah, you remember Witchblade and Tomb Raider in the top 10? Yeah, this is the Witchblade Tomb Raider one. It's qualified near mint 96 because there's a name written on the cover in silver ink, and that name is of course Michael Turner's. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Turner's. I have the certificate somewhere in this mess of a room. Great cover, and also the foiling made it a prime candidate for sealing, and also the grade. This one, harder to explain. The Magdalena was also image. Popular in a very limited run and limited time. Frankly, I can't remember this series being read by me at all. This was a ruby red foil edition, so this red foil on the title. This was apparently very limited. I think it was limited to 1,000 copies. 1,000 copies. So that's, is that very limited? I don't know. I presume this is worthless today. Speaking of worthless, this is Darkness 25, a holofoil edition. We're at the end of the 90s. The holofoil craze has not totally died. 96, it's an okay cover, but the series was okay, I guess. This is Witchblade 25 98, the holofoil cover 98, and Michael Turner art, also featuring Witchblade and Tomb Raider. This is a great cover, and apparently so great that I went and had two of them sealed. Also 96 on this other one. It's a great cover. It was popular back in the day. Maybe somehow floating around on eBay these days, but Witchblade 10, near mint. I think this was a bit damaged in shipping as well. Also, Darkness 0 gold foil variant. Yeah, alright. Okay cover from a forgotten series, I guess. I was not a huge fan of either Darkness or Witchblade. I think they were okay series, but these foil covers had me snared in for slabbing, I guess. Speaking of which, 9.6 Darkness 32 ruby red foil edition, also apparently very limited. Okay. Yeah, that was the last of that batch, revealing a bow and I think this was the twin Iron Man statues. Yeah, cool statues. This book I bought from eBay in around the year 2000. I got it pretty cheap. With pretty cheap, I maybe 15-20 bucks or something. It should have been 102, but yeah, what are you gonna do? It's a nice book, but the case was cracked in shipping. Magneto Rex. This was an original sketch variant, but if you look at the sketch, I really like it. And this is number 589 of 600. 600. The numbers were pretty big back in the days, but I love this cover. And qualified near mid 98. Great cover and an okay mini-series. This book is pretty popular today, as well as the hype for Gambit goes up and down, I guess. This was one of my very earliest sealed books, 9.4. I remember the shop claiming it was higher than 9.4, and I totally agree. This is not a 9.4, I guess. Maybe 9.6. It doesn't matter. It's a cool cover. Kind of key book. As well as this. Kind of key book. First appearance of Jubilee. 9.6. X-Men 244. Then we have the this was the back in the day. This was the obligatory books that you shipped for sealing, because this was the New Mutants 98 of 1999. I guess started planning to ship books to CGC in 99, and then we shipped them in 2000. This is a limited series. Number 1, of course, everyone recognizes this cover. 9.2, okay. Number 4, 9.2. Very fine near mint. Number 2. And number 3. Yeah, mixed up the... let's see, 9.6, yeah. Cool coat. This one I have no idea why I have in my collection. I think I bought it sealed. Obviously pretty cheap. 9.2. Battlestar Galactica. I love the series, but that series which I loved was not released until later. This, on the other hand, is beautiful cover. For those of a certain age will probably recognize this is Dawn and Linsner. This is the Blacklight edition of an issue released in '95. I really liked the cover and had it sealed because of that fact. This is also Linsner. Of course, Dawn. And 9.6 from 97. Great book. And maybe my most prized book from this era is this one. I was a huge fan of the Grendel series, both the original run of 40 issues with the rise of the Grendel Khan, and also this was an important issue with the first appearance of Grendel and Argent. 9.4. I think this issue is better than 9.4, so it's a candidate for being resealed in my eyes. And I consider this a pretty important book, Grendel being one of my all-time favorite series. So I probably will reseal it. That's it, people. That's my old books. Makes a very strange impression overall of what my priorities was back in the days. But there we go. Later.